Hey everybody, this is Mr. Shore. I wanted to give you a quick lesson today on characters and characterization. So, when we're talking about characters, we're talking about not only the people that they are or the things such as cars, but we're also talking about what these characters are like. This is called character traits. They're the aspects of a person's behavior and attitude that make up their personality. Now you can divide character traits into two different things. There are physical traits and personality traits. Physical traits describe a character's appearance. They could be tall, tan, blonde, muscular, skinny, chubby, all those things that you can see. Personality traits describe how a person behaves and thinks on a regular basis. Nice, thoughtful, hardworking, adventurous. When I say it describes how a person behaves on a normal basis, sometimes a person might act out of the norm. If your teacher is usually really nice and really funny, and then one day they have a bad day and they slam the door and they're yelling, would you say their character trait is that they are mean? No, they're typically not mean. Personality traits are how they are on a normal basis. Okay? We describe both the physical and personality traits using adjectives. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. So if you look to the right, I have a whole list of character traits. These are all personality traits. Nice, mean, sad. We've got different synonyms for each of those. Positive, negative, confident, nervous, active, adventurous, bored, boring, dull. All these adjectives that can describe a person. In your stories in literature, you typically have a protagonist and an antagonist. A protagonist is the main character. This is who the story is about. An antagonist is someone who opposes or goes against the main character. They are also known as an adversary. Typically, or a lot of times, you will see good versus bad, good versus evil. The good guy is the protagonist, the bad guy is the antagonist. It doesn't have to be that way, though. If you look at the characters that I have on this slide, Batman and the Joker, in most comic books, Batman is the protagonist and he's good, and Joker is the antagonist, the person that goes against Batman, and he's bad. But if we were to flip that, and if our story was about the Joker and not Batman, then Joker would be the protagonist, and Batman, the person going against the Joker, is the antagonist. So while you will see a lot of times the good guy is the protagonist, the bad guy is the antagonist, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Protagonist just means it's the main character, antagonist means it's the person going against that main character. It's the person trying to stop the main character from doing whatever it is they want to do. So now we have characterization. There are two different ways to figure out the character traits of a character. We have direct characterization and we have indirect characterization. And direct characterization is the one you guys all like. It's when the author tells you the character's traits. Mr. Shore was a smart and hardworking person. Well, what adjectives would describe Mr. Shore? Smart, hardworking. The author has told us exactly who this character is and what their personality is like. Indirect characterization is when the author gives us clues about the character. The author doesn't tell us about the character exactly, but it gives clues where we have to infer what this character is like. So if we had the example here, Mr. Shore stayed up all night studying, and when he got the test, he knew every answer. There are no adjectives that describe Mr. Shore in this example. But what do we know about Mr. Shore in this example? We know that he stayed up all night. Well, if he stayed up all night, that means he didn't quit. That means he did a lot of work. And if you do a lot of work and don't quit, you could be hardworking. We also know that when he got the test, he knew every answer. If you know every answer, you're probably pretty intelligent, pretty smart. So even though it doesn't say hardworking and smart in that second example, We can tell that Mr. Shore is that kind of person because of the clues in the sentence. This creates a small challenge. Can we figure out a character's traits when we have internal characterization? The author doesn't tell us what this character is like, so how are we supposed to know? Well, we make inferences, and we can make this inference, or these inferences, using something called fast characterization. FAST stands for feelings, actions, sayings, and thoughts. When you read something and it doesn't give you the character traits, it gives you indirect characterization, we can use what the character feels, what the character does, what the character says, and what the character thinks to help us describe this person. We can also use how other people react to this character, what other people say about this character, how other people feel about this character to help us with characterization. So let's try. We have a small example here. We have Anna volunteered to help Kylie clean her house. When Anna washed the mirrors, Kylie asked her if she used paper towels instead of newspapers. When Anna admitted that she had, Kylie asked her to redo them. Then, while Anna was sweeping, Kylie corrected her on her technique. Don't just push the dirt around, Anna. Sweep it, Kylie told Anna. Alright, so let's try. I want to take a look at Kylie. It doesn't give us any adjectives that describe her personality. So that's indirect characterization. So how can we figure out her traits? Well, we can think about her feelings, her actions, her sayings, and her thoughts. Take a minute. How do you think Kylie feels right here? What does Kylie do? What does Kylie say? What thoughts might she have? If we're thinking about it, we can infer that Kylie is frustrated. How can we infer that Kylie is frustrated? Well, Kylie continuously makes Anna redo things, and Anna is not doing them the way she wants. When someone doesn't do something the way you want it done, you feel pretty frustrated. What actions does Kylie do? Well, Kylie keeps telling Anna to redo things, and Kylie yells. We know Kylie yells because we have sweep it, and sweep is in all capital letters. When we're writing things, we typically know that when things are completely capitalized, that means that they're yelling and that they're emphasizing it. What does Kylie say? Don't just push the dirt around, Anna. Sweep it. She's telling her what to do. And what thoughts does Kylie have, or might Kylie have? It doesn't say Kylie thought this, but we can think that Anna isn't doing things right because she keeps telling her to redo them. So what character traits does Kylie have? Well, we can say Kylie is pretty bossy because she's telling Anna what to do even though Anna volunteered to help her. We could probably say that she might be mean, judging by the clues here. So we can use the clues in this sentence, in this example, in any example, to find out the traits. So that's characterization and character traits. I hope that helped. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions.